All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Down. 50. Plant.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, check 20.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Roll out. Back. Hey, Sam off.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. 58, wahoo.
58, come on.
Yo, go.
Watch twins. Check 37. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught at the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 626. 630.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Check. All right. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Bravo!
To throw is Rodgers. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10.
Now! Hey, Haywood! Rock it! Let's go!
From the gun, Purdy. And this one complete to Reed. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
SOS. Get it!
Balaj. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. And that only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Jump out! Hey, high 7.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Rodgers now to throw again. Complete to Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
On first down, Purdy. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Smooth.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Packers 6.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Go, go.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And Stills bringing it in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Squeeze. Now.
On 3rd and 2, Purdy. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Zoom. Hey.
Right over there. Yeah.
Hard. Stand.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers going to throw. It's caught here by Adams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That's what I'm talking about. Not hit, boy.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
This is Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A try here for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Texans 14, Packers 13.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back to throw. Purdy, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Go on, go on.
Slam, slam, slam. 25, check 25, check 25.
Hit it.
Throwing again. Purdy. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. On the ball. On the ball.
Tighten up.
Rock it. 2.
Now Balaj. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
X3. 218, chop.
34-yard line.
Leo. Look at me. Door.
Watch the safety cream.
Yep. Hey, seam 6.
58, right over there.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, lock it. Go.
Check 26, check 26. Switch.
Go.
58.
Go.
From the gun, Purdy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
58, 58, 58.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Watch safety green.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
No.
Hard, hard.
Turn it up.
Get it.
They run it with Balaj. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Hey, Alpha.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Go. Bam. You're out. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Purdy got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his second touchdown here in this first half. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Texans push further out in front. And this is caught at the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Stop your whining. Welcome over here.
Here's Rodgers throwing again. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Looking to throw. Love forced out to his left. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy, and an alley to run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Greystone, Travis. Bravo.
Baby. Jay. Kill. Deuce.
Rock it. Look at me. Zipper. Snap.
Throwing on first down. Purdy. And Reed with it over the middle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Joker. Bang. He's checking.
Deep grip.
Back to throw. Purdy.
Switch.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Purdy. He wants it all for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is Beast. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz and the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
88. Pilot, 64.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Whitney merciless. Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Eluding the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Snap comes at 1. Big loss here as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 84 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Back now in Houston, it's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Here's J.K. Scott now. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
80 weapons. Leo. Look at me. Door. 36. Hey, lock it.
Watch 20.
Shoot.
To throw from his end zone. Purdy. He's got Fuller. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the run.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And some space here. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
We got 3. We got 3.
Check. Hard. Hard.
Check hot. Hot. Check.
Hey, Delta.
Rush.
Hey.
Rush in. Check nickel. 53's the mark.
Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Purdy. He's letting. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 87 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
26.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Hill on the return. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I know he ain't got it.
Hey.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Fan. You're out. Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 27.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Hey, high 7. Yes, yes.
Sponge. No. Begin.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's going to take a shot for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
319.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
8 Reed. 22 jet bomber. Yep. Hey, Sam on. Gone. Tight go. There.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
This is taken at his 4.
Let's go, boy, bring it.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Check, 47. Here we go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, it's a hallelujah moment as they pick up their first win following 12 straight defeats. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.